Well done. Yes, sorry. I can just about see the screen there. I think my eyes need a bit of a rub. Yeah, I think everyone's getting right. Hey, Sally coming on. Welcome back today. So glad to see my regulars on there. I can see there's lots of comments, Coach Received. So if you could just go through them, if there's anything that I need to answer.
I'm trying to get YouTube up as well.
Okay. Have you been made host yet?
Yeah, I saw it on the screen. Just to worry, I guess.
Okay, it just says pizza, pizza.
Pizza, 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 pizza. Okay, so I'm going to wait for Coach Received to tell me when he thinks most of our participants have arrived. We're going to wait another minute or two. Can everyone put in the comments before we get started who entered the competition this week? We had some lazy people this week. Oh, I see, Zahra, if you've got plain flour, yes, add some baking soda to it. That would be great. We don't want to add too much to get a bitter taste. So just a nice level teaspoon will be fine. But you can do that after we've weighed the flour out, because we haven't weighed the flour yet. We forgot, sorry. Oh, we were looking forward to yours, Pizza. You guys always send us great entries, but don't worry. We know everyone's been busy. So what is special about this weekend? Who can tell me what is special about this weekend? No cheating, Zainab. Who can tell me what is special about this weekend? It's Eid. Well done, Javeria. It is Eid. So, inshallah, everyone's going to be excited. If you're celebrating Eid, yes, Zara's really excited. She's got lots of exclamation marks there. So, Eid is going to be slightly different, but we're still going to enjoy it with our families as best we can. We're going to keep that smile, and we're just going to have lots of cuddles and lots of love between us. And Mummy didn't remind us. Okay, Fiza, I will be on to your mum. Aisha, if you're listening, you're in trouble. Okay, Coach Received, do you think we're ready?
Yeah, we are. Someone, Zahra, 10 years, has said, should I add a bit of baking soda, 1 teaspoon?
Yeah, Zahra, I've answered her question.
Sorry.
So if you could type it in as well. Zahra, if you could wait for us to weigh the flour, and then you could add baking soda later. So for anyone out there who also doesn't have self-raising flour, you can use plain flour and add some baking soda, which is bicarbonate or soda, which is best for this recipe. Okay, do you think, Coach Received, we're ready?
Yes, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so welcome everyone to Mini Chef Live. We are going to go ahead and get cracking with our recipe. This is no cracking today, no eggs. No. So that was, Mum said it wrong. So we're going to get started with our recipe. Thumbs up if you've got your ingredients. Thumbs up if you've got your bowl. Have you got questions? I can see something about Greek yogurt popping up. So if you haven't got Greek yogurt, we just joined. Don't worry, guys. Catch up. If you've just joined, we haven't started yet. If any further weeks you are running a little bit late, don't worry, because for the first few minutes we just chat to everyone, so we give everyone time to join in. So welcome everyone. Assalamu alaikum to all those who have just joined us now. We are going to start on our recipe. First thing, I want you to grab your flour. We're using self-raising flour. If you have plain, you can use plain, and I'll tell you what to do after. You will need bicarbonate of soda if you're using plain. Yes, Coach Received.
Question about yogurt. If they don't have Greek yogurt, normal yogurt, okay? Low fat?
Normal yogurt is okay. Greek yogurt is better. Can anyone tell me the difference between Greek yogurt and the other yogurt that we eat in texture? Is it
Greek yogurt's more, it's not got many lumps.
Okay, it's smoother. I'm not sure actually. Maria, do you know the difference between Greek yogurt and the other yogurts that we eat? Okay, so Greek yogurt is a lot thicker, it's a lot creamier, and because of that, it's got less water content. So if you have the other yogurt and it's quite watery, you'll just have to use less and then add as you go along. So don't worry, we'll get there soon. Right, so we've got our self-raising flour. I want you guys to weigh 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. So go ahead. If you have an Ikea cup, that's great. Otherwise, you can use a teacup, or if you've got measuring cups, it's better. So one nice and full to the top, and then extra half into your mixing bowl. So Zainab, you want to do that? You can use that to fill that up. Yeah. So I'll let Zainab take stage here. So 1.5 cups. So let's do this here. So she's going to get measuring, and I want you guys to do the same. Do it over the blue so they can see. That's it. That's it. If you could put that in the chat, Coach Received. So everything I'm saying to you guys, we're going to get it put into the comment, into the live chat below on Zoom. If you could also do the same in YouTube. That would be great. So we're going to weigh 1.5 cups. And remember, when we weigh our cups, we don't push the flour down, we keep it light, but we make sure it's all the way to the top, that's fine. So if you go slightly over, there's a little trick for you, because they feel that a little bit much. If you go slightly over, you can hold it back over your bowl or your packet, use the back of a spoon and just keep it right across, glide it over the top and tap it back in. Then you will have a perfect top. That's exactly 1 cup. So we're going to pour that, Maria, pour that into there, into your bowl. Okay, put sand part of the fine. And we're going to get a half more. So Zainab, go ahead. Thumbs up when you have finished your first task. I think that's probably okay there. A tiny bit more.
But that was
Half a cup.
half a cup would have made 2 pieces.
Oh, is it? Okay, put them all there. That's it. That'll do. Okay. Zainab's making lots of mess today. So what thumbs up from someone? Coach Sophie, was that?
Iman.
Half a cup.
And
So
Zahra.
1.5. So Iman and Zahra, well done. Half a cup. So 1.5 cups. Make your sandcastle, Maria. Very nice. Okay. So Zainab, if you could get me. Don't worry about the flour mess. We're going to be making a lot more mess. Okay, Zahra, or I think it was Zahra, who had plain flour. Now is your time to put a level teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda into there and just mix it up with your hands, okay? So 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Nobody else needs to do this. Self-raising flour by itself is fine. Now I want you to get your Greek yogurt. Now, mums and dads, if you're listening, this is the easiest pizza recipe you can make. And don't forget, I'd like to remind you all that the recipes that we use in Mini Chef Live are all tailored for kids. So they're all super easy. They're all, of course, there are loads of really intricate pizza dough recipes, but this is all about giving kids the opportunity to take reign of the kitchen and do things by themselves. But parents, I use this recipe myself. I make garlic bread with this. It's absolutely great. Yep.
Teaspoon or tablespoon?
Of, is that right?
It says
Is this that right?
Yeah, probably.
Shani, is it a teaspoon or tablespoon?
Can you remind me who's asking about the teaspoon or tablespoon? 1 second, Maria. Remember, if it's self-raising flour, we don't add anything to this. If it's plain flour, you need to add some bicarbonate of soda, and that would be 1 level teaspoon. Yeah, well done, Javeria. Wait, we're coming to the yogurt. Yes, Maria.
How do you make Greek yogurt?
How do you make Greek yogurt? We do that in another show? Okay, so now get your Greek yogurt. You can use the same cup that you use to weigh your flour, and we are going to put 1 cup of Greek yogurt in there. So Zainab or Maria? Yeah, come then, on this side. So fill your yogurt, your pots, by 1 cup of Greek yogurt. If you don't have Greek yogurt and your yogurt is a little watery, start with half a cup first.
Ooh.
Come on. Quickly. So thumbs up when you guys have done that. Also to you all who are watching today, what's really nice is when some parents send pictures and videos of their children in action at home, and I love seeing those. We absolutely love seeing those, don't we, Zainab? So it would be really nice if you could take some pictures of your kids in action and send them over to me, and I'd love to see how everyone's got on. So while they're doing their things, maybe when we get to the dough part, take some pictures and send them through.
Joelle has a question.
Yes.
I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Where's she gone? And she wants to
So
know, is it first flour and then the yogurt?
Yes, I've already answered that question. Coach Sophie was a bit slow today. I've answered that question. So we have 1 cup of Greek yogurt. So we all know what we're going to do next. I think everyone can guess right now, can't we? We're going to get the gently. So we're going to get the flour and we're going to pop in the yogurt right into the middle. And it's not going to come out of this thick Greek yogurt like ours. So we're going to get that spoon in. Go, Maria, give it a hand. You know how to do it. Good girl. That's it. Turn your cup. Empty it out. Make sure you empty it there. That's a good girl. Keep going. How are you guys getting on? Mums and dads, don't forget to take those pictures for me. That's it. Well done, Zainab. I will let you do the next part. So we're going to get all that Greek yogurt out. Remember, if your yogurt is watery, start with half a cup. Okay. That's it. So we've got all our yogurt in our flour. And now we are going to mix it. So get your spatula or whatever you have, your wooden spoon, and mix. The reason why we put the reason why we put the yogurt in the middle is so we can move the flour from the outside and just chuck it on the top and then start working our way gently by folding it through. Okay? And then pushing down on that yogurt. And you'll get to a point
Looks like flour
where it will
yogurt.
start looking a bit doughy.
Looks like flour yogurt.
But keep your flour on the side in case you need more, because
Looks
this
like-
really does depend on how runny your yogurt is.
Looks like flour
So
yogurt.
go.
Looks like
So
flour
keep turning
yogurt.
and squashing, keep turning and squashing, and
It looks
really squash into those lumps of yogurt so they can get mixed in with the
It
flour.
looks like butter but with flour in it.
It looks like butter with flour in it. It does, doesn't it? It's getting really lumpy. When it gets to the stage where you can't mix it anymore with a spoon, you can go ahead. I think we're quite there now. Scrape your spoon, get all that yummy goodness off. We don't want to waste any dough. And we're going to get Zainab to start with this.
What do you do?
And we can get your hands in. Make sure your hands are washed and clean.
I
So
knew
get your
it.
hands in and start mixing up the dough. Is that a question, Fatima? Or is that you're done? So get your hands in, like Zainab's doing.
So it looks
Gently
like-
fold it over. And with the dry bits in the corner, push your yogurt into that corner. Use your fingers to pick up those dry bits and squash them back in.
How
Okay.
does yogurt turn into dough?
Yogurt turns into dough because what have we add to it?
Flour.
We've added flour. And is flour wet or dry, Maria?
Dry.
Flour is dry, so it makes the yogurt dry and lumpy, doesn't it? So it turns it into a dry dough. Any more questions, Coach Sophie?
I'm just answering one for them now. It's just about how much flour. So it's 1.5 cups of self-raising flour.
1.5 cups of self-raising flour, 90 measured to the top of the cup for the 1.5, and then it's 1 cup of Greek yogurt. That's it. Do you want Mama to have a go now? Okay, keep going then. So once you get to a stage where it's almost all together,
It's kind of dough.
you can keep going in your bowl, or you can do what we do, and that is tip it out onto the work surface.
Okay. Up.
Right, so now we're going to have to move this. So hopefully you can still see
Ooh.
on our light table. All right, pop that on there. So tip it out. Ask your mums and dads if you can do this first. Make sure your table is clean. We're going to tip that out, and now then I'm going to have to show them. So then his hands are really sticky. Show your hands. Yay, nice. All right, so we're going to use our hands, and if
Wash your hands.
it's too wet, dab your hands into some of the flour, and I want you to bring the flour together using the backs of your hands. Bring the flour, the dough towards you, and then use the backs to push it forward gently. And if you can see what I'm doing, you just keep doing the palm of my hand. You are correct. So we're just going to come back and push forward like that. I'm going to keep doing that, and you'll see, don't push too hard because your dough is quite wet. If your dough is too sticky, keep going until it's mixed in before you add any flour. You don't want to add too much. It needs to be a bit wet.
Why?
Because if it's too much dry flour in there, Maria, what will happen, you'll get very dry dough. So you want a nice sticky dough, okay?
But how do they make it puff up on the edges?
Well, that's because they add yeast. Now, yogurt has something called, Coach C, could we get a little bit of flour for our hands, please?
You get one.
Right, you can do this. So if you can see, Zainab's dough is really sticky right now. It's really sticky. So don't worry if it's a little sticky. Just tap some flour. You can put a little bit of extra flour onto your work surface like we have. We're going to tap our hands into there. We're going to gently bring this dough together. Okay?
I got some more.
You got some more?
Yeah.
Now what you'll see is your dough has little bumps on it. It's got little bumps and it doesn't quite feel smooth. So keep going until it gets nice and smooth. And remember, don't push down to the table all the way because that will make it really sticky. You're just rolling on. Yeah, only halfway. You're just rolling into the dough from the top of it. You got some dough, we'll get that dough back. Right, go and wash your hands, lovely. Okay, so keep turning it around, pushing it forward gently. You're only gently pushing, you're not pushing all the way down through the dough, just at the top. Any questions? Mums and dads might have to type for you. Can you see how I'm turning this dough? Bringing the circle forward and then back, pushing it around itself. So if we keep going, you will notice that your dough becomes smoother and smoother. And that is because flour has something called, can anyone tell me? I'm not going to answer this question for you. What does flour have in it that becomes elastic?
Pollen.
Pollen. Coach received, go back to school. You
So the
can't, it's
wrong
locked
flour.
down, school's closed.
Is it
Can anyone tell me, or mums and dads, could you type it in while your kids have got dirty hands?
Yes.
Do the kids know? What is in flour that makes it stretchy? Starch. Zara said starch, good try.
gluten?
We have Iman Abbas, well done Iman. It's gluten, correct. So the gluten in flour, if you keep kneading it, you activate the gluten and the gluten makes it stretchy. So you get this stretchy dough.
Sorry, Big Chef.
Yes.
Joelia is asking, the dough should be hard or soft?
The dough should be quite soft, sweetie. So it should feel like a water balloon, a very soft, wiggly water balloon. Can you see? The dough is quite soft. It shouldn't feel like what chapati or roti atta. It shouldn't feel as hard as your roti atta. It should be, when you roll it with your hand, it kind of gets stuck. Can you see? It kind of gets stuck.
Like a water squishy.
Yeah, like slime. Well done, Ibrahim. Like slime. So I am happy with my dough. It should feel lovely and soft. And if I push it too hard, it will stick. That's how it should be. If your dough is a little too hard and not as soft as mine, you can go ahead and add a tiny bit more yogurt. If you're going to add a bit of yogurt, start with half a teaspoon, very little bit at a time. Okay, thumbs up if you're good to move on, guys. Let me show them our dough. So this is my dough.
It's like a squishy ball.
It's like this.
Oh.
It's very squishy.
I'm squishy.
You want to squish it? Go and squish it. There you go, squish it. There you go. It is really squishy. Shall I give you guys another minute to catch up? How is everyone doing, Coach Steve? Anyone on YouTube need any help, or they are doing okay?
And I think the YouTube crew are doing okay, following some top instructions by me.
Oh, very nice, Coach Steve. Should be a professional when you're done.
Professional typer? Possibly.
All right, kids, if you could go and wash your hands. Yes, of course, Fizzer. I'll give you a minute to catch up. We're going to wash our hands one by one. Have you washed yours, Zainab? Okay, Zainab washed hers. She's going to keep you busy. And Coach will see his head shutting. I'm going to go wash my hands.
Okay, right. What else could we make with the pizza? Leaning tower of pizza. Come on, that's one to remember. I wonder how much dough we will need to make that. Put them.
I don't know.
No, my dough.
I don't know.
I don't know. No, no. Zainab loved that. Zainab loved that one.
I don't know. See, I like that. Well, at least Zainab finds the dad's joke.
Oh, I've got more laughs there.
We missed your joke. Oh, what, missed them or didn't get them?
No, they.
Oh, what? No, you can't miss Coach C's jokes. They're awful.
Go and listen to what it is.
All right, so now, guys, I'm hoping, can we get some thumbs up? Are we good? My hands are clean.
Ding ding.
I think everyone's busy out there. There's no thumbs up yet. I think everyone's quite busy. Like, oh, we've got one. Fizzer caught up. Well done, Fizzer. Iman, how are you getting on? Anyone else out there? Nishi, all done. Well done, girls. Anyone else out there with thumbs up for me? I like to make sure that I've got everyone up to scratch with us. I don't like to leave any of you behind. Fantastic. Okay, so those of you that have caught up, can you grab your tray? Make sure it's greased, or if you forgot to grease it, get some of your flour and cover it in flour.
It's like a balloon but squishy. It's really squishy.
Isn't it?
It's like slime, but no.
Right, we're going to put some flour in ours.
Why?
Because it just makes it easier. So if you have extra flour, pop some flour on your tray. We're going to tap it around a bit. If you don't worry. You can just leave it greased.
Question about baking paper. Can that be used?
Yes, you can use baking paper. Of course you can. So now we're going to go ahead, and as we lift our dough, because it's sticky, we're not going to use a rolling pin with this. It shouldn't be rollable. We're just going to keep turning around with the hands
And it should
It will start stretching until you don't want to do it anymore. Dump that into the middle of your tray. Okay, don't worry, it's not going to be left there. I'm going to get some flour on my hands. And we are going to gently stretch this out. You may need to hold it down with one hand so it doesn't rip in the middle. And stretch this out. Parents, you might need to help your children with this bit. You may need some extra flour to help you along. Yeah, you can help. So I'm putting my hand on top and helping it by pushing it down and also stretching the outside. Can you see how we're doing that? Okay, Mario, go ahead. It is a very stretchy dough, so it will stretch out. Sometimes it springs back, and that's the gluten. It starts springing back. Don't stretch me, it's saying. Don't stretch me out. But we are going to keep stretching it.
To make it rip.
To make it rip. We don't want it to rip. If it rips, don't worry. Just grab a lump of dough from the side and put it over the hole. It'll be absolutely fine.
So fluffy.
It's fluffy. And the thing with this dough, there's no yeast in this. I didn't get that comment about holes. Could you read that comment for me, Coach Steve?
How should we fix little holes? Oh,
Okay.
okay.
If there are tiny holes that are going all the way through, then you can just pull some dough off the edge and pop it back over, okay? So you can do a little
Pull over.
pull over. All right, so now we have got a nice square. You can have a
I don't
circle.
want to swap it.
Oh, we're going to do a
Triangle.
square.
You got a triangle.
Now, of course, you can make this dough a little bit harder and drier, so you can roll it. But it really is much nicer when you keep it a little and a half. Of course, you can, Zara. Any shape you like. But make sure your dough is not too thick because it will take longer to bake. So we like to keep our dough about 1/2 centimeter thick, and that works fine for us. So I can tell you I have about an 8-inch square by about 9 inch. Okay, so about 9, even 9 by 9 would be all right. So you can see the size that we've got there. Okay,
It's
so you
like
can see my hand.
cracker.
It kind of goes across there.
It's like a cracker.
So mums and dads, if you just check out your kids' pizza dough, make sure that they've got a nice base and it looks good from where you are. Has anyone had any problems so far? Let me know if you've got your pizza dough shape ready for the base.
You don't bake and then put the toppings on. You put the toppings on and then you bake.
Absolutely. And do try and make sure it's an even feel all the way around. You don't want too big lumps anyway. Yes, we do. Well done, Zahra. Rectangle pizza, nice Fizzer. And I have to say, when I went to drop off Fizzer's prize last week, was it last week?
Yeah, I think
Her mum made me such a delicious cake. So we want to give a nice shout out to Aisha's Treats on Instagram for a beautiful blueberry crumble top cake. Me and Coach Steve really did like it. Coach Steve ate most of it.
I didn't get tiny.
Then didn't get trying. Coach Steve eats too much.
It was
I've
very-
just realised I'm wearing a white hijab and I look like I'm a floating head.
You did?
I'm a floating head. Okay. Has everyone got their pizza dough ready? I don't want to move on. Zara like that one. I don't want to move on until we've got the thumbs up.
Go with the trunk. Wow.
Yeah, we've got
Yep.
Zara saying yes.
Great, fantastic. Also, everyone who's joined us, I only ever have 3 or 4 of you commenting. It would be really nice to get a thumbs up. If you're too shy to say anything, just a thumbs up so we know you're actually baking with us. That would be great. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to go on to getting our pizza sauce or pasta sauce.
Tomato puree.
Tomato puree. So what we're using is a basic pasta. Someone said not yet. Who's that?
Aishani?
Okay, don't worry. We're going to do this really slowly so you guys can catch up. So we've got pasta sauce. You can use tomato puree. You can use passata, which is like a blended, tomato. We're going to use pasta sauce. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to now, Zainab, go ahead. Make sure it's mixed. If you're using a jar, because sometimes it's very wet at the top. So mix it up so you don't have any of the watery stuff coming out. And we're going to put a couple of tablespoons scattered over our pizza dough. Go ahead, Zainab. You can throw it out. That's it. If you hold the jar sideways, it works out easy. That's it. Just leave it like that and once it's absolutely fine. If you hold your jar sideways a little bit, it'll be easier to get the spoon out. Hold on.
Yeah,
Stop
then
that there.
sideways and then
Just put the tablespoons here and there. We're going to spray it in a minute. We'll see. So far, then we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd say about 5 tablespoons. Yeah. Okay. A bit more. One more
Where?
on this side here.
Is it just put it
No,
there?
just put it there.
Okay.
Put it anywhere. She put it on the edge. No, Zainab. I think Zainab's better with cupcakes. So try to leave your edges clean because obviously it's a pizza. Right, Maria, spread it, but leave an outside edge, okay? So only go to there, but there's an invisible line. So we're going to spread that out now, just like Maria's doing. Gently spread it out and don't push down into your dough. Do you want my help?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to spread that out. Is that smelling like pizza? It is. I'd love to know what toppings you guys have as well. She's having a play field. It's not play field over here. Okay, that's it. Well done on the 10. Yeah, I'm going to do it over there. So we are now going ahead and we're spreading out our pasta sauce or your tomato puree. If you're using tomato puree, it tends to be quite strong. So make sure you only put a very thin layer of that on there. If you like a lot of tomato, you can do that too. On top of this, you can also add some sliced tomatoes. Right, there you go.
And now we do the cheese.
I'm gonna put a tiny bit more. I'm gonna put a tiny bit more because we've got
Are
some.
we just gonna? I know why we have to put that.
Can we get some tissue so we can clean this? I don't want my scarf to get into it. So this is where we are right now, guys. How are you guys doing? And don't forget, like last week, if you want to keep this for later for iftar, for breaking your fast, you can wrap this up, pop it in the fridge, and you can bake it about 15-20 minutes before you need it. It smells nice. That means you've got good pasta sauce, Zara. You must have a lovely pasta sauce there. Okay. Thumbs up. Are we ready to move on, guys?
Yes.
Mini chef, how are we doing? We've got a nice thumbs up there from Nishi and Hannah. Well done, girls. Anyone else with thumbs up today? Can we move on to our fun toppings? Brilliant. I think we're ready to move on. Okay. What do we have? We're going to start with our mixed Italian herbs. So if you have your mixed Italian herbs, they are dry herbs, okay? And if you smell them, they smell like an Italian restaurant.
Smell.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Yummy.
They smell like the best pasta, the best pizza, all rolled into one. So I want you to take a pinch of your Italian herbs and just sprinkle that over your pasta sauce, okay? Or your tomato base.
We've got Bermina Heather, who's saying that she's going to really look forward to trying this later, and she's going to be putting on pineapple, chicken, and olives.
Oh my God, that sounds like a nice Hawaiian pizza, right? Well done, sounds really good. Can you send us pictures later on? So if you do make these later and not necessarily with us live, please send us pictures. And don't forget, parents, take pictures of your kids in action. Coach Hasib, I want pictures of my kids in action as well. So do take pictures of your kids in action. If you don't have Italian herbs, don't worry. Mari's putting far too much on there. Okay. Okay, so we need some on that side. So make sure it's evenly sprinkled. So we've got our Italian herbs on our sauce now. So now we're going to go ahead. Zainab's hiding the chili flakes. She doesn't like chili flakes. We're going to go ahead and add our cheese. Now we have a mixture. We have a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella. I nearly forgot. So cheddar cheese and mozzarella mixed. If you only have one of those, it's fine, and it's grated. Okay. So that's nicely grated. So Zainab, you can go ahead and sprinkle it. Mario, you can do the same. So a nice even layer of cheese sprinkled over top. Now, of course, this is up to you. If you like lots of cheese, if you don't like too much, but don't overdo it because you don't want a soggy pizza, okay? If it gets too heavy, then the base won't be able to carry the top. So it's nice when you can just about see some of the sauce through the pizza top, the cheese topping.
I love this cheese.
So make sure you get to the edge. Always leave the little edge of your pizza dough, just like a photo frame. You don't want to cover that up. Okay, that's good. I think we're good. No, that's too much. Okay, see now Zainab's got carried away. There's a big mountain here. And we're going to pick some of that up because what happens when cheese melts?
It gets fresh.
But what else comes out of cheese?
Oil.
Oil. Well done, Zainab. So cheese can release oil. So if you put too much, it will get oily. They won't be very nice.
Fitz Brahim has requested
Yeah.
that we go back to Italian herbs because they're a little behind.
Okay, no worries. So you've got your pasta sauce or your tomato spread out on your pizza dough. After that, if you're using Italian herbs, which I was, take a nice pinch and sprinkle it over your tomato sauce area, okay? So we used about 3-4 pinches on this, just to get a nice coverage, just like you do with black pepper, that kind of amount. Just a nice little coverage of this Italian herbs mix, because it gives it a really nice Italian flavour, especially if you've got a very bland pasta sauce or a tomato sauce. And then after that, go ahead and sprinkle on your cheese. So at the moment we are here. So right now we've made what pizza is this?
Cheesy pizza.
A cheesy pizza? What's the proper name? Margarita. So we made a margarita. So any of you out there who don't like toppings, you are done. Hopefully you're not those kind of kids, right? We all like some toppings. We've got to be adventurous. If you've only ever eaten a margarita till now, go ahead and try something different, okay? So we've got some naughty toppings today. We've got some salami.
Olives and sweetcorn.
Olives and sweetcorn. And we love black olives in this house. So we're going to first, Maria can go ahead and put her salami pieces here and there. And leave a little bit of gap between your toppings, so the heat from the oven can circulate everything and you don't just get a very oily mess in the middle.
We have
you can also rig these up actually. Yes.
Amina Heather saying, well done Zainab and little sister, who is Maria. So enthusiastic, mashallah.
That's your old teacher.
And also,
yeah,
they saying that her daughter Amara will be baking the rainbow cupcakes for Eid.
Oh, lovely. Really, really excited to hear that. Do send us pictures. Would love to see them. So now we have our salami slices put over the top. I think that's enough. We can pop that back in there. We don't want to overdo it, so we don't want to completely cover the pizza. Remember, this is a very light base. This is not a rise dough. This hasn't risen with you, and it's a very light base. So on top of that, we are going to pop some olives and some sweet corn. So guys, after you've done yours, please pop it in the chat. What have you topped your pizzas with? Not too much. No, pizza. Very little bit. Yeah, we don't want to overdo it because it's a very light base. Remember, it's a very light pizza base.
Fizbrahim are using mushrooms, and Zahra is saying that she's going to be using a lid to cut out some circles.
Oh, that sounds really good.
No, I want them, Mama. You could have also made little sections, like smaller pizzas.
Should we get one over here? So everybody gets a bite. Sometimes it's nice to put toppings in a place where everybody gets a bite of that topping. We have our pizza ready, guys. We have salami, sweet corn, and black olives on our pizza. We are going to be keeping this for iftar for later on. If you guys are fasting out there, you want to eat it now. If you're not fasting, but your parents are, you can cook it now and eat it, or you can save it for later. Pop some cling film over it and stick it in the fridge. It's a really hot day. So it'd be really good to keep this in the fridge. So you would then bake this at 210. I'm getting tongue twisted today. 220 C or 200 C for a gas, a fan-assisted oven. You can also bake it at 7 or 8 gas mark. The higher you bake it on, the better it is actually, because pizzas normally are baked in pizza ovens, which are like a tandoor and outside pizza barbecue. It's like a clay oven that you use outside, which is really hot. So a nice hot oven, let's say about 220 in the oven, that would be great.
We've got someone saying,
that's like hours.
Zara saying, Zainab, that's a really good idea of the little mini sections. And Fizbrahim are doing half mushroom and half plain. So they're helping for Ibrahim.
Lovely.
And we've got more comments saying chicken and sweet corn. We are so excited to eat it. We have salami, green olives, and sweet corn from Jurelia. And Zahra is asking, how long?
Okay, so once you pop this in the oven, it will take about 12 to 15 minutes, and your parents will have to check that for you. Again, depends on how many toppings you put in, how liquid your yogurt was. So about 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. Make sure your parents get a spatula underneath, lift it up to make sure the underneath is slightly golden brown. You don't want a soggy bottom, okay? If it's not done in 12 to 15 minutes, pop it back in for a couple more minutes and just check it as you go along. And then, of course, enjoy your pizzas tonight, guys. Also, before we go, you can use this dough for lots of things. So the other thing that I use this dough for, parents, yes, husband.
It's like a square, not like a rectangle.
It's become a bit rectangle now, hasn't it?
We've got Alina is adding sweet corn, mushrooms, and salami.
Sorry, who?
Alina.
Ah, hey, Sonica, Alina. Well done. That sounds really lovely. Sorry, see if I can just check. Sorry guys, I just gonna get myself a chair. So 12 to 15 minutes. Pop that in the oven. I'm going to be down here. I'm going to sit down now. So 12 to 15 minutes, pop that in the oven, and you're going to have a really yummy pizza. So the other thing I was saying to parents is I use this dough to make some really nice garlic naan. So you can mix up the same amount of yogurt to flour. You can stretch it out. Don't stretch it out as much as we did for the pizza. You can keep it slightly fatter. And then you can rub over some oil. You can pop on top some chopped up garlic and some fresh coriander dhania, and then you can lift it up and put it on a tawa, which is a chapati pan, a flat frying pan, and you can make your naan fresh like that. So this dough cooks really well on the frying pan, also on a dry pan, just like a naan would. So you can use it plain, you can add whatever you like. Of course, you can salt it, you can flavor it. We've kept it nice and simple for the kids today. We've done that before, fantastic. Also, make sure parents, you've taken pictures of your kids in action. Thumbs up if you finish your pizzas, guys. Can I have a thumbs up down in the comments so I can see if your pizzas are ready for the oven? And what are your plans? Are you keeping these for later? Are you going to munch them already? Well done, Fizza. Well done, Zahra. Well done, Lishi. What did you put on your pizza, Lishi? I hope you put some toppings and didn't keep it margarita. Eating them now. Okay, great, Fizza. Make sure you send me pictures. So everyone, again, I did mention earlier, I don't always know who joins me. Look what she's doing. I don't always know who joins me. It'd be really nice if you could send me a text message, send me a picture of the kids. I won't share the picture if you don't want me to. It's just to see exactly who's been baking with us live. The best part of my job is knowing that you guys bake with me live. It's no fun you guys watching me later, not for me anyway. So I really like to have you all here with me. So do please send me pictures of your bakes when they're done, and possibly kids in action would be absolutely great. We're going to move on to competition time. Coach Sophie.
Yes. Okay.
So we're going to move. Someone has a question? I can keep this here actually. I always cough when I start talking to the kids. Right. Steve, can you read that out for me?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the video. It's gone.
Can you read the comment?
I have a question for Zainab. What is the most fun thing that you have made? Zainab and Mario. This is from Zahra.
Question for you. Can you say it again?
Zahra has a question. What is the most fun thing that you have made? Zainab and Mario.
Okay. I think it's a pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Zainab likes to get her hands. My throat is cool. So can we go ahead and see the competition winner? Have we got the video?
I've got the video. Okay, one moment. Just getting some technical help here.
Sorry, guys.
There it is.
Look
Okay.
at our pizza.
Right, we're going now.
Okay, so can you speak about it? Zahra, age 10. Play
Zahra,
video.
age 10. I'm trying to have this right in front of me.
Let's see.
Okay, so this is from Zahra, age 10. And it starts off with the inside of the house, which is fantastic. And you can see the great detail using household items and kitchen items. And it is really, really well done. We really like the effort and the imagination that went into this. So top work, so big clap.
Mashallah, well done, Zahra. We had some really nice entries this week. I'm sorry we can't show all of them because Zahra sent us a video, so we only have time to show the video. Zahra had made the internal of the house, so it was very fast video, so you couldn't see all the amazing details. So she had like a sink with a tap that was made out of an upside down teaspoon. She had a bed that was made out of something with a cupcake holder that looked like a pillow. It was absolutely incredible, the detail that she'd gone to. And then also she posted notes, everything, didn't she? So she had little comments on everything. She had Mini Chef's studio there as well. She even put me in it. My studio was there. So well done to Zahra. You are today's winner. Zahra, age 10, well done. Hopefully you guys can get your pizzas in the oven. She will call me. Oh, yeah, okay. I think that's Pizza talking to Zahra. So well done, girls, and Eid Mubarak for the weekend. Stay happy, stay safe, and enjoy your pizzas and send me your pictures. Also, before we go, next week there is no mini chefs. I'm sorry, we're going to have a break next week. It's half term. I'm going to have a break from teaching mini chefs next week as well. And I'll come back with some awesome stuff after half term. So no mini chefs next week. If there's anything you guys want to cook or bake, get your parents to text me. Any suggestions will be absolutely great. So no challenge this week. We've got a week off next week. Enjoy your Eid, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. That's it.